Alright, so tonight is part 2, I guess, of a 3-parter from last night. Longstone Blonde. Tonight's amend is pick up Impatience, and it's related to last night's in the sense that I'm, on acid on my way through the campus center, student center, to get picked up on the other side, where I usually get picked up every Saturday night by a woman, student, colleague, classmate that worked with me at the radio station or was taking radio station classes. And hey, come to the club. I'm like, all right, and so it would always be this, where she would always pick me up and would go to this club. So I'm there and I'm on acid, and I already dismissed the person, Longstone Blonde, who was stopping me because of the issues that she had. And I'm on the other side and I'm waiting. And she was normally, on time, and I'm waiting. And granted, I'm on a substance, I'm on acid, but the point of it is I think it just amplifies my pathology, which is just this racing around, pacing. I'm starting to think that I'm being just set up, paranoid that I'm being dismissed, or like I'm being made a fool. I mean, just all that bullshit. Just spinning, and it's mounting, and it's building, and and I'm fuming, and I'm starting to just, I don't know, smoke one too many cigarettes. And the anger and rage is just building up like a wave. I don't remember how many minutes went by, like maybe 10, 15, but the point, just escalating, and then suddenly I hear a voice behind me saying, "Yo, hi." And I turned around, and there she is. So there was campus construction, so she had to drive all the way around, park by where my dorm was, walk all the way through the campus center to where she was going to meet me to pick me up to bring me all the way back so we can go to the club. So that wall of emotional rage, just the wave, just the crest just fell, like it just broke. But I still had all that pent up stuff, and this is what the amend is about. I don't think I ever said sorry. I don't think I ever said. What was there to be sorry for? You would say, I didn't do anything. I wasn't like, well, what's the matter with you? No, she just explained, and that was it. What am I going to do? I fight that explanation? This was before Waze, before cell phones. I don't know. I'll meet you here. You just waited patiently. And the amend is really related to last night, because if I would have had the wherewithal, the kindness, the simple act of empathetic kindness to just stop with Longstone Blonde, who was with her friends, who was freaking out, and maybe I couldn't have solved the problem, but just to be there and say, hey, I'm with you at least. Then the being there, that act, would have been significant. Time would have spent, and in my mind, priorities here. I could explain my position. Hey, I'm sorry, I got somebody high the night before and they were freaking out, so I was there. Who cares? That would have been on me for her to understand, not the other way around. Why are you late, yo? Well, this is why. I could have spent that time with Longstone Blonde, and then the friend who was picking me up from the club, she would have seen me as she was coming, because he was right there. He was at the entryway of where I was coming instead of all the way through, for me to rush to get picked up on time. The amend is for all that anger, all that rage, all that distrust, all that paranoia, all that thinking that week after week she's always there on time and then suddenly doesn't show up. I'm not thinking, oh, what happened to her? I'm not thinking something bad happened. Oh my God, she got into a car accident. Oh my God, something happened to her. Oh my God, she's in a ditch. Oh my God, she's dead. No, it's fucking fucker, just you're doing this, or you're doing this to me. That's what tonight's amend is about. He probably didn't even know anything was wrong, or I don't even know. There was nothing for me to fight over, but energetically, I probably You probably felt something, I'm assuming. It's so to that I'm sorry. It's not always against you, you know. And I'm about I'm a fairly paranoid person. But here's what I think is interesting. On a side note, I don't understand it, but you know, with people who are really paranoid, who say, "Oh, I'm paranoid," you know, for all the conspiracies that anybody believes, why don't you think that the information you got is part of a bigger conspiracy? Huh? Why aren't you going paranoid on that one? Why is all your paranoia still resting on the ego of your laurels, thinking that you've got one ahead on everybody? Why is it your paranoia that the they that you're conceiving about that is controlling everything is really controlling the information or the disinformation that they're giving you? And go on that downward spiral. That's where I live. That's why back then that's where I go to first. Against me, not picking me up, setting me up, making me look the fool, instead of me spending empathetic time with a person who I'm responsible for, at least partly. No, I didn't make her smoke it, but the point of it is I had a different experience from the pot than she did. But the point of it is, why can't I be caring to that person from the night before, and then I would have been there for that person that's going to pick me up. Time would have been fine, everything would have been fine, but instead I got to build up some rage thinking everything's against me. And then I'm bringing that to these people who are just trying to be friends to me, who are just trying to be kind to me, and because I'm still utilitarian and objectifying, very much transactional friendships, I guess, for me back then. And I'm not saying that it's not transactional for everybody. I'm saying that I'm not putting notches in the steak. I'm saying it all comes out in the wash nowadays, but back then it was very much on that level. And so to Long Stone Blonde again, I'm sorry I didn't take the time, and to, you know, the club girl that used to pick me up all the time, you know, I'm sorry for my pickup impatience. You know, and I have changed, and yeah. Thanks for listening.